The man discovers a loophole in the lottery and immediately does the math on paper. The man is a math professor and he uses a lot of mathematical formulas to calculate the probability of winning the lottery and making money by buying more than 800 tickets. He wants to see if his calculations are accurate. So Paul takes a month's salary out of the bank and buys 2,000 tickets. At this point, the lady selling the tickets reminds him to think carefully and that he can't get a refund if he sells them. Paul is very sure that he'll buy 2,000 tickets. When he got back, he wrote down the lottery numbers, checked the winning numbers, added up the winnings, subtracted the cost, and realized he had lost $327. He had made a mistake in his calculations, so Paul checked the rules of the lottery again and did a detailed calculation. After this calculation, he was sure that his calculations were correct and that he hadn't bought enough. Without hesitation, Paul took out more of his savings and bought 6,000 tickets, which the salesman, incredulous, printed out for 2 hours. He counted the winnings on each ticket and this time he made $15,700. Paul was so pleased that his method had worked that he continued to buy lottery tickets using this method, in order not to let his wife find out about the money hidden all over the house. But as Paul won more and more money eventually found out by his wife, he had no choice but to confess to his wife that he had found a loophole in the lottery, and that the money was the proceeds of the lottery winnings. Looked at his wife's surprised expression. Paul thought he was going to be scolded by his wife, did not realize that his wife laughed happily after listening to it and complained that Paul did not tell her earlier. The two of them decided to do a bigger job by taking all the winning money and buying 60,000 lottery tickets at once. The owner of the lottery store was shocked because it was the first time in his 80 years of business that he had ever encountered such a miracle. The tickets had to be printed for 12 hours straight, and he couldn't do it all by himself. Paul and his wife helped him print them. Afterwards, Paul took all the tickets home and piled up box after box of tickets in the warehouse, and then the two of them checked every single ticket carefully, and after a few days of counting, the two of them had made a total of $5 million. This time the money was a little too much to avoid attracting attention to the two decided to try this method again in another place.